In this video, we're going to go over the basics of solving a one-step equation and all the different types of problems you may encounter. You want to remember that when we're solving an equation, we are doing the opposite or inverse operation. We are doing the inverse because we want to undo whatever operation was previously done. So for example, we want to look at problem 1 and we want to identify what operation did we do to the variable. Well, it looks like we added negative 20, so we want to do the opposite. Opposite of adding is subtracting, and we are dealing with the number negative 20. And we want to do that on both sides of the equal sign. So by subtracting negative number, technically what you will be doing is adding, which is why negative 20 minus negative 20 cancel out. Then using a calculator or on your own, you can subtract negative 1 minus negative 20, which turns into positive 19. So we have x equals 19. In the second problem, as we are looking at A, we notice that we are subtracting 16. The opposite of subtraction is addition, so we add 16 to both sides. This causes one side to become 0, so it cancels out. And then negative 33 plus 16 gives me negative 17. On problem 3, recall that a fraction means division. So if a fraction means division, that means I am taking the letter P and I am dividing by 18, so the opposite would mean to multiply. By doing this, we're going to cancel out 18 and 18. If we take these, this will actually simplify into the number 1, which means that we have 1p left over. However, we normally don't write the 1 in front of a variable. And don't forget that we need to multiply 18 on both sides. So we will have negative 90 as an answer. For problem 4, we are multiplying m with negative 14. I know this because a number next to a letter means multiplication. So I can represent multiplication with a dot, with parentheses, or just by simply writing a number and a letter next to each other. The opposite of multiplication is division, so I will divide using my fraction bar. Because I multiplied by negative 14, I divide by negative 14. Notice how I always take the same exact number and operation and I do it to both sides. This again cancels out, so I am left with 1m. And I am left with 84 divided by negative 14, which gives me negative 6. Don't forget, you can always check your work for these equations by retaking the letter and replacing the letter with the number we found in our problem. So I can take the letter m and replace it with the number negative 6. This means that negative 4 times negative 6 should equal 84. It does, which means my answer is correct.